Yo, yo. Dude, I don't know why it's so funny for me to just start to show off so shitty and then laugh about, I don't know. But anyway, episode 79, shitty intro, and I don't have a huge plan for today. It's actually past my bedtime by about almost an hour. I didn't want to do the show. I had all day to do it. I worked FedEx. Could have done it in the morning. Could have done it. I just didn't do any of it. I didn't want to. If you listened to yesterday's show, I just wasn't in any type of mood to do anything. Just really down about everything, and it was a hard one for me. So, but we still won the day. We still got. Let's double check. What do we got to do for the day? So aside from record the show, let's see. Let's pull it up real quick on the app that I use. So we just have to. Oh, I got to take my vitamins and fish oil. Write my power list for tomorrow. Record this show and lay my clothes out, and that's it. And we win the day. So despite having 2 shit days in a row, we won both days. So it's a really good feeling. But, you know, like I said yesterday, even ugly plays can score points. Doesn't mean I want to run ugly plays all the time, but I don't know, I just a lot all at once. I think a key contributor to the reason why I felt like shit was because I failed. I technically failed, right? I didn't do my power list task, so I failed a day already. And because I didn't do all my tasks today either, I worked an extra long shift at FedEx today. I technically failed today as well, so that's already 2 of my 18 days for the year to get 95%. And so that's got me thinking, because, and man, I don't know. There's no way to talk about this without me sounding like I'm pussying out on my commitments, but the truth is, I think I overcommitted to a lot of things. And the reason why I say that is because everything's fine and everything goes according to plan until there's a little bump in the road. And when that bump in the road happens, everything kind of goes to shit, right? Because you didn't plan for this, you didn't plan for that, this takes longer, then you can't do this, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just a spiral. And part of that is because I started doing tasks that I guess were simple, they were easy, they didn't take a lot of time, and then I started throwing in tasks that were longer, and it took me hours to do them when I thought it would take me maybe 20 minutes. One of those things being adding intro and outro music to the podcast episodes, which I'm very discouraged about, but I'll talk about that in a sec, I guess, if I don't forget. And yeah, so gotta find the music, gotta download it, gotta put that into the editor that you're using. You gotta find the intro and outro parts, and then you gotta fade them in, fade them out, figure out if it even sounds good. And even if it does sound good, you wonder if it's even the right track, if it's even the right music. Is this even fitting the theme? And I kind of went through all that. I was just trying to figure out an intro and outro song. And I made a power list to, actually, let me see if I can find it and pull it up real quick. It says, add intro, outro music to episode 73, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Use a different song for each if possible. And I put, it's going to take me an hour and a half to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 6 episodes. So to find 12 different songs to then use, that doesn't take an hour and a half. That takes much longer than that. And like I said, to download it and then splice it, do the intro, do the outro, put it on there, make it sound nice, then download it, then upload it to Podbean, which is what I'm using to manage my podcasts, and then to put it on there, make sure it sounds good, make sure it's MP3 file, all that shit, dude. It takes a lot longer than I anticipated. And so that's discouraging because I thought for sure, so because I didn't get all that done, like I said I would, technically failed, and then schedule the next 5 podcast episodes. That should take 30 minutes, no more, no less, for 5 episodes. But it took me a little bit longer because I wrote descriptions for each show. And then episode 61 was actually me talking for the first 5 minutes, and then I put in the first ever audio recording of me doing 75 Hard in the podcast episode itself. So I had to edit that, so that took me a lot longer than 30 minutes total. And the thing is I have a lot of familiarity around editing audio and Adobe products and stuff like that. So the fact that it took me this long to do all the shit, even with the knowledge that I do have, is discouraging. And so that I didn't even get to pay my invoice for the samples. I didn't even get to add specifics to the product label. These are powerless items. But one thing I did do was look at my funds and allocate them appropriately to start paying shit off and see if I can dedicate about $3,000 to bills and what that would pay off based on the list that I made for the power list 2 or 3 days ago. So yeah, so things are just taking a lot longer than I expected, and I'm not trying to really let this get to me that much, but it got to me so much that it was part of the reason why yesterday was so hard. And it was just the frustration and everything that came with yesterday. There's a few other things that played a much bigger role. I don't really want to get into it too much, but it's just the fact that life moves quick. Before you know it, life can change, and it's just crazy. And so I was looking at old photos and seeing some old photos of me about 10, 20 years, not 20. Well, I guess technically 20. 10, 15 years ago. So, and seeing who was alive and well and who's not alive and well now, and what people look like, what they look like now, and it just got me thinking, man. Life's precious, life's really short, and we need to spend it with loved ones. We need to include family and friends, and as the saying goes, live, laugh, love. So I don't know. I was just thinking about that, and so that was weighing on me because I looked at my list, my schedule that I made, because I made a schedule for the days where I work my full-time job, when I work FedEx, and then on the days off on Sundays, and what it looked like. And I was looking at it, and there was no time to go see family. There's no time to just hang out with friends. There's no open block or open chunk of time to go do this or that. It was just work, and I'm proud of that. But in the same sense, in the same breath, I'm not. That's not a good thing. There's no balance there, and I've already talked about this, but I don't desire that balance. I'm trying to get some big things accomplished, but there's got to be a little bit of time for loved ones, at least for me. And I'm a little bit different because I'm kind of just living. I'm living with family, but I've been solo for the last 3 years, and I've gotten really used to that. And it's peaceful and it's nice because you are able to get so much done and not have any worry or obligation to any other person. And I think I would be a lot more inclined to go find me a wife and actually try if I wasn't so into what I'm doing right now. And I guess that's kind of sad to think about, to think that I might be alone for a lot longer. But then I also think, but is this sad? Why is that sad? People have goals and dreams. Why is it sad that they want to focus on those before they settle down? So I guess I'm just on that fence there where society says you got to do this and this versus, I'm on my own path, and my own path says, hey, get your shit done. You'll find a lady later. You for sure will. Because I built a lot of confidence, and I feel really, really good about all that. I don't think I'll have any issues, getting me a wife and having kids and stuff. And it's weird to say out loud because I've always been very insecure about things like that. Never really been confident in my looks or anything, my smile, my posture, my physique. I never really been confident in myself. But, this last year has been a great eye-opener for me and shown me how to build confidence and what that confidence looks like, what it can look like, how to develop it, etc. Etc. There's no X in that word, fun fact. And so I feel confident. So whenever that comes, I guess I'll be ready for it. So real quick, one thing I was thinking about. So I went in and talked to T-Mobile because I recently switched from them to AT&T, and I got charged on my bill for T-Mobile still. So ran into the store really quick, asked them what was going on, but I got this very attractive lady that was helping me out, and I know I've seen her before. I just can't remember where, but yeah, she was beautiful, and I didn't have, and so this is me speaking from experience here, but usually I'll always stutter or get flustered when I speak to somebody who I find extremely attractive. And so I walked in there, I saw her, and I went, holy shit, you're pretty, you know. And then she came over and started talking to me because she works there, obviously. And so we started talking about my issues and yeah, so, but I was just talking to her so nonchalant, like I didn't give a fuck. You know, we were just talking about, because I have an Arizona ID still. She's like, oh, really? I'm from Arizona. That's crazy. Blah, blah. You know, we started talking. And I think it's just because I'm not in that mindset of trying to find a girl. And so I didn't think anything of it. I was like, wow, this girl's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I'm not really trying, you know. So I wasn't flustered. I wasn't fucking up my words. I wasn't saying stupid shit. I wasn't even thinking about asking for a number, you know. And I say that because I'm not looking for that at the moment, right? It's not something that's on my head and on my brain. What I'm thinking of is how the fuck can I make the best product and get a low minimum order quantity and then market that? How can I grow this business that I don't even have yet? How can I get all my shit done during the day so I can have time for friends and family and potentially a loved one later? That's what I'm thinking of. You know, I'm not even thinking about, you know, nothing. And so that whole thing sparked the whole thought of, holy shit, dude, to think that maybe if I had asked for her number, she would have given it to me, you know? And who knows, maybe she was married. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. But you know, they say you'll never find what you're not looking for, whatever that saying is. Can't remember. You'll always find what you're looking for. And I'm not really looking for a girl, so I guess I didn't find her. You know what I mean? So I just side tangent there. I don't know. But either way, all of this got me thinking about how to develop year 95. And I think what I should do is separate the power list from year 95 and then use year 95 pretty much as the program, which would be for me, let me pull it up. Year 95 would just be to drink a gallon of plain water, follow a nutrition plan, get my calorie goal, get my protein goal, work out a minimum of 20 minutes every day, no alcohol, no full sugar beverages, actively read 10 pages, ice bath, stretch, write 5 things I'm grateful for, brush teeth twice, make bed, floss, get out of bed, no porn. So that's my year 95. So I think what I need to do is make that year 95 and then take out the power list and make that its own thing and keep track of that on its own thing. Because here's my schedule, okay? And I've already talked about this, but wake up at 1:50, make my bed, run a mile, ice bath, take a shower, brush teeth and floss, stretch, power list, 5 gratitudes, read, pack lunch, get dressed, pack my backpack, go to work. And that's within the first 2.5 hours of my day. And I work 10 hours, come home, or I leave work, I hit the gym directly after, done by 4, home by 4:30, and it's about 4:30, yeah, that's what I just said, 4:30 at that time, and then I execute the power list until 6:30 p.m., which is where I get ready for bed, get all my shit done, you know, brush teeth, lay my clothes out for tomorrow, check my alarms, check the power list again, make sure I got it all done, check my habits, make sure everything's done, and then be asleep by 7 p.m. So I have 2 hours, right, to do the power list. And for example, my power list for, why can I never find these goddamn documents, bro? They're all pulled up. Where is it? There it is. So pay samples, invoice other samples, order samples, add specifics to a product label. The add specifics to a product label alone could take up 2 hours, you know? And to think that I'm adding intro and outro music to episode 73 through 78, using a different song for each one, and then scheduling 5 episodes for the next podcast, and then looking at my funds to see, you know, that you could do all of those things, not to the fullest extent, in 2 hours, but I'm trying to have some quality here, not quantity. And so I'm really just, it's just discouraging to think that I already failed 2 days in a row. And you know, like I was already talking about, I think that I committed to something bigger than I could handle or that my schedule will allow. And I'm perfectly okay with that because I feel in my heart that that is true. I don't feel like I'm bitching out or pussying out. But But I think that's what we're going to do. So I think year 95 now is going to be those tasks that I mentioned a second ago. That's going to be year 95 from now on, I think. And then the power list is going to be its own thing. And so maybe what we'll do is it'll be 95 percentile for both of them. Or maybe it'll be, I don't know, dude. Because I'm really weighing on that thought. It's better to, or strive to be better, not perfect. Let's see if I can find that quote. Strive to be better, not perfect. Where is that quote? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I really want to find this and say it. Strive for continuous improvement instead of perfection. Kim Collins. Perfect is the most important thing you can be, so go ahead and mess up big. Yeah, and I think it's strive for continuous improvement instead of perfection. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but it's close. But I don't know, man. It's not about being perfect. It's not about getting everything done perfectly every single day for the rest of my life. It's just about being better. I can tell you everything I'm doing now is extremely better than where I was at a couple months ago. And even then, 4 or 5 months ago. So, oh, shit. Oh, man, dude, I'm exhausted. And so, yeah, that's I think where I'm at with that, because it's not good mentally for me to think that I'm failing by overloading myself with all this shit on a day-to-day basis, and I'm working 6 days a week. You know, I got thinking about that too, man. Tomorrow I have a day off. That's incredible, bro. I don't have to do shit, you know. Am I going to? Yes, but I don't have to. I don't have to go to work. I have no responsibility. No outside responsibility, I should say. Everything else is internal. It's all me. Is this even fucking recording? Okay, it is. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll split the task. We'll split the power list in the year 95 in half, or into 2 different things. I'll keep doing the power list and shit, but as far as doing, yeah, I'm just repeating myself. Anyway, another thing was yesterday, just like I said, it was a bad day mentally for sure. I had a lot of downward spirals, mental spirals, and those spirals affected my life and my thinking in all areas. You know, I got sad because of life passing me by. You know. And then I thought, oh shit, dude, I'll never make it in business, man. There's giants out there that are going to eat my lunch. Fuck do I know? I'm just some kid, you know. And then the next thought, and this is important, I want to touch on this, was the next thought was, dude, because I'm listening to the podcast that I recorded for the first time ever, because I got to add the intro and outro music, and I'm listening to them, the intros and the outros, and they are so ass. They are so shit. They sound so bad. They're not organized. I'm talking quiet as shit. Some of them are bad quality because I'm FedEx or whatever, and they're so ass, dude. And my next thought was, dude, I gotta stop, dude. What the fuck am I doing? This is kind of lame. This is kind of embarrassing. I got 100 episodes. Yeah, that's cool, but they're all ass. So what are you proud of? You know. And then my next thought was my own advice, and it was cool, because I could take my own advice. But my next thought, which was my own advice, was the only way to get good at the game is to play the game. And then my next thought was, damn, that's some sound ass advice right there. Who said that, you know? And I did. Actually, the only way to get good at the game is to play. Did somebody else say that? Did I Google this before? Title of the blog is "You Have to Learn the Rules of the Game and You Have to Play Better Than Anyone Else" by Albert Einstein. The only winning move is to not play. Oh, that's a game. The only way the game should be played because... Yeah, no, I don't know if anybody said that. So I'm going to take full credit for that quote. Only way to get good at playing the game. The only way to get good at the game is to play the game. And so, yeah, anyway... Yeah, I wanted to quit the podcast yesterday. For sure, I didn't want to do any of these anymore because I thought they were dumb and lame and nobody's learning shit probably. And yeah, nobody's listening, period. you know? And so, and then I thought, you know what, Bryson, the only way to get good at this is to do it. And that was a very reviving thought that I had. The only way to get good at the game is to play the game. The only way to get good at podcasting is to podcast. The only way to get good at marketing is to market. The only way to get good at running a business is to run a business. And so that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. Like I said 3 episodes ago, I'm never going to give up. And one day I'm going to look back and be overjoyed, tremendously ecstatic that I have been able to hold true to my word and commit to all this and make it happen. But until that day happens, I don't know, man. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. One thing is for certain, though, is, like I just said, I'm never going to give up. So anyway, that's that. That's enough of all the serious shit. Now listen, I just got a new sit-stand desk. And that shit's fucking cool, man. You can raise the desk, you can lower the desk. It goes about 48 inches tall. Right now, I don't know what it's at. 2.5 feet, I don't know. But it's a nice, open, spacious desk. It's a lot wider than my other one. It's longer, too. So I got a lot of real estate going on right now. It's a really cool feeling. I'm kind of just sitting here. Got my podcast mic. Desk is black. Laptop's really dark. Got my lamp. It's all vibey. Matter of fact, I'll take a photo right now so you guys know what I'm talking about. Just kidding, because you can't see shit because it's too vibey in here. Anyway. But it's sweet, man. I got my chair tomorrow coming, hopefully. And, yeah, man. So, that's going to be it for this one. Didn't really share a whole lot, but you know, sometimes, like I said, it's not about being perfect. It's about being better. Keeping that momentum going, keeping the streak alive. So that was episode 79. So next time you hear from me, it'll be episode 80. It's weird to think that we made it this far. So it means we have 21 more episodes, and then we're done with the first 100. Oh, shit, you goddamn. That's it. Sorry, I'm looking at my podcast notes, seeing if I have any notes for other episodes. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. All 0 of you, as of January 6, 2023. Hopefully we'll get some more later. But for now, appreciate you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.